other thing that you started doing, which is like, speaking in tongues, or I guess you would call it
Mm,
light language, if you will. Could you talk
hmm.
about that a little bit? Is that part of
Sure.
channeling? And, I know you have a
Yes.
Christian background. Like, how is that different from like Christian speaking in tongues and stuff? Like, can you explain that?
Um, well, even though I had a Christian upbringing, I left the church when I was in junior high or high school. So I grew up in the church, but then I understood within my deeper self that what was being taught in the church wasn't completely true. People perceive it as speaking in tongues because there is no translation as they know it. What it is when I channel that purity of that light, it's simply coming through. It's coming through my crown. It's going through my heart chakra. It's just pure divine light. And then it's reverberating off my throat chakra. So it comes out as what it is. It's divine light codes that if you could say are being spoken in a sensory perception, such as speech, then those codes are being reverberated off my vocal cords. Okay, there are a handful of people that do this properly and purely. Heather through Activation Vibration is one of them. If people haven't looked her up, she's great. She's fantastic. She's a beautiful woman. She's her and her boyfriend have got some fantastic information. But how I found out what I was doing was there was this one day where I knew I was specifically tuning into some divine frequencies, because I was starting to tell the difference between cosmic frequencies and divine frequencies. And so I started asking my higher self, okay, so what is this? And all of a sudden it was like this stuff started coming out. I couldn't stop it. I felt really stupid at first because I didn't understand what was going on. And I was like, why is this wanting to come out? Why is this happening? I thought at first like something had gone wrong. Something had gone wrong in my healing, like I didn't understand it. And then I see it pop up on my feed because I asked my guides for some assistance, and boom, there comes Heather's page pop up. Never seen her before, never heard of her. I see Activation Vibration, and one of her videos, or a set of her videos, is dedicated to light language. And what this is where you're literally tapping into, like I said, it's like turning a radio tuner. After your channel is pure, so I become like a radio. I'm completely cleansed, and my chakras are open. Everything's open. There's no blockages, there's no sick energy, there's nothing but just pure high vibrational energy. And I just tune in that radio frequency to a certain dial, and I can tune into cosmic frequencies, divine frequencies, receiving light codes. I can even connect to the sun, and I can receive a very masculine. It comes out very guttural. It's very masculine. You'll even hear tone in my voice change. You'll hear a lot of the things within my voice will actually shift and change. Sometimes my face will change. My eyes will change color. This is something, if you're not recognizing it or aware of it, you wouldn't know it's happening because it happens very quickly. But that's the energy coming through me. And it's not speaking in tongues, although I guess if someone perceives it that way, that's how they could perceive it, because it doesn't really have most people don't know the translation, but I know what I'm saying. And I started recording videos where I speak the light language, and I follow it up with the closest translation within all known languages that I can access, because there are some words that we simply do not have in any language to match what's coming through. But that's the evolutionary process that we're going through right now. That's what these codes are for. It's for this evolution. So when people hear this, I've had some very, very, even in self-mastery coaching, I will have light language come through because it's part of their upgrade. It's part of their mastery. And I have had so many people just release so much. It's not meant to be a healing session, but it's a healing modality. It's a very powerful healing modality. So I can speak it and it evokes emotions because people recognize it for what it is. It's purity of light. It's purity of the divine. It's a purity of a cosmic frequency that's of the highest vibrational frequency of love and light. So basically it came through for me to help heal me And then as I started to understand it and I started to see that, okay, this is tangible, this is real, and this is okay. There's times where I feel more comfortable speaking that than I do normal language. Like sometimes I'll be speaking and I'll be chanting for someone and I'll have to stop and distinguish between what my guides are wanting me to say, because my guides I'll be speaking very fast and all of a sudden it'll shift to a code mode. And so it happens very, very quickly. But if you see people that do channeling, that's pretty much how it happens, because we're simply just repeating what multiple people or multiple essences are telepathically speaking to each other, and that's being translated through our conscious connection to them, vibration, and then that comes through our vessel or through my vessel, and I just repeat it. I'm just a messenger. That's all I am.
Excellent. Excellent.